And I'm on mute. What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the Pickoff. I'm your host, as always, Colby Marcio. This is presented by Betting News and powered by the one and only BetOnline. Now, we're going to start this show on a somber note real quick. We'll turn it around. Don't worry. But I have a platform. I'm going to utilize it. I want to talk about this because yesterday, I might cry. I'll be ready to cry. It's fine. Yesterday, finding out that John Brinkus passed hit me like a semi. I've made a tweet about it yesterday. John Brinkus was one of my all-time favorites at ESPN. I'm sure anyone around the same age as me loved him as well. I would binge watch sports science all the time. When it would come on, it would be the highlight of my entire day. The way that show was structured, the way it was just different from everything else on that platform. He made it special. Everybody else behind the scenes made it special. That show holds a very special place in my heart. And finding out that he died battling depression really hit me. Really hit me hard. And I just want to say, if you have a problem, if you think you have a problem, please call 988. I had to Google it 18 times. They changed the number on us. 988 is now the new suicide hotline number. You got a problem, call it, please. Your life matters. We love you. Your life matters a ton. You matter. We can get through this together. Please call that number. And I also want to give another sad shout out and thoughts and prayers to the Mr. Chase Stagel. I'm probably mispronouncing that, and I'm sorry to his family. But he is a DePaul soccer player that recently passed the last couple days, and the word on how it happened isn't out yet, so I'm not going to sit here and speculate. But thoughts and prayers to his family, thoughts and prayers to the Brinkus family. You will never be forgotten. You were amazing. SBJ, run the intro back before I cry. Run the intro back. We can't start the show like this.
I think he probably is crying, chat.
All right.
He's okay now. He's back.
We're back. It's Men's Mental Awareness Month. We got to keep everyone aware. We got to start the show like that. I got a platform. I'm going to utilize the hell out of it. But if you think we're not going to have some energy in this show, we have to run back that goddamn intro one more time. We'll do it. This is my show. My name's not up there, but it is on the sign over here that I have, the neon sign. It's there. We're not going to rerun the intro because there's not enough time. So let's kick it off the one way that I want to this entire day. I was thinking about it all day long. Just a quick reminder to everybody out there. Quick reminder. Obviously, use promo code BNews, blah, 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 blah. Aaron Judge still batting .391, 1248 OPS, 485 on base percentage, 764 slugging, 21 home runs, 50 RBIs. Put some respect on his name. Put some respect on his name. If you're thinking you're hearing too much about Aaron Judge, you don't understand baseball. If you think he's talked about too much, he's not talked about enough. We are being blessed by one of, if not one of the greatest seasons of all time by a right-handed hitter. And a lot of people are like, oh, God, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge. You don't understand it, do you? Even Jared Carrabis is wanting to talk about Aaron Judge. He hates the Yankees. He's a Red Sox fan. His podcast is saying we're going to talk about him 3 times a week on this show because we should. Because we should. Good God, people. Go watch a Yankee game and appreciate greatness. Also, go watch a Dodger game and appreciate greatness for Shohei Ohtani as well. You think I'm gonna sit here and not talk about Shohei as well? What a weekend we had. What a weekend. Was I sad the Yankees lost that series? Of course. But did I think they would win it? No. I was really happy they got one win. It was marvelous. Was I shocked that Will Warren got shoved to death by the Dodger lineup? A little bit, because I almost said on air that I thought Will Warren was going to have a pretty good outing because he was progressing. But when you go up against three-headed monster and company, you're going to get killed as a rookie. So, what a weekend. What a weekend. Oh, Kadar, let's talk about your team real quick. Last 14 days, 9th in offense and pitching. Pretty mediocre, but almost a 5 ERA for the Phillies. You scared about the Mets? You scared about the Mets? Is Juan Soto awake? I would argue yes. I would say yes. It's June. Every month that it gets warmer, so does his bat. I will rattle off the numbers right now. I think the Mets are going to go on a run. They are due, beyond due. The smarch weather, if you will, if you're a Simpsons fan, is brushing off of Juan Soto's back and shoulders, and he's ready to finally show up after this past weekend. He looked phenomenal. Let's get through it. Let's get the numbers out of the way. His career numbers, astonishing per month. So April, March, 258 average, 848 OPS, slugging under 500. May, 285 batting average, 920 OPS, 520 slugging. We're heating up, folks. June, 279, 937 OPS, 513 slugging. July, 306, 1026 OPS, 589 slugging. August, 273 batting average, 959 OPS, 549 slugging. And then we get into the last month of the season on top of the playoffs, September, October combined, 290 batting average, 969 OPS, 528 slugging. It is going to be terrifying. Now, does that mean we're not going to get the guy that we saw a couple of weeks ago that we were all moaning and complaining about? You never know. You never know. But the data says he is going to only get better as the weather does as well. It's going to be terrifying. But I will say, since Kadar is here and we're talking about the Phillies, the Mets, I will say if you want to take a future right now, you can go out there and bet 8-1 on the Braves to win the NL East. I'd say do it. Only 9 games back. It's June. It's June. 9 games. That's just one bad week for the Phillies and the Mets for the Braves to start creeping up and knocking at the door. I think 8-1 is a fantastic price. You get 10-1, I'll join you. I'm not running to go bet this. Keep in mind, I already have 40 other futures. I don't know if I'm going to get there, but I think this is tremendous value. Thought there was a spider in the room, but it was a bird outside. I have severe ADHD. Hello, welcome to the Pickoff. I'm your host, Kobe Marcio. Yes, and there's another one I wanted to talk about is the Cy Young. Talked about it yesterday on Fox Sports Radio in Philly. Shout out to Sean Brace. You're the man. You were too nice. You were too handsome. Let's talk about Cy Young because there's value there. I think there is value there, and I only lean more towards the AL side. Obviously, Skubal is untouchable at the moment, but somebody else is looking pretty dominant, and his name is Garrett Crochet. 8-1. You can get him 8-1 right now on some books to win the Cy Young. Currently has a sub-2 ERA, 106 whip. He's striking out almost 8 guys a game. Now, my lean for the NL with someone to take over for instead of Skeens, I'm leaning towards Zach Wheeler. They kind of have similar stats, him and Skeens. Obviously, Skeens has the 8th best ERA in baseball, while Wheeler has the 22nd. But they are 5th and 6th in whip. And Wheeler's getting almost 8 Ks a game. It's almost 2 more than Skeens. He's out right now with that baby. Does he really care about baseball? Does he really care about baseball? Family man. You can't hate it. Can't hate a family man. That's why I lean with Garrett Crochet. So, I don't know if Skeens or Skubal can possibly fall off the face of the earth. They're one of the best in the league and just amazing to watch. But if you're looking for value, I think Crochet and Wheeler are great looks. You can get Wheeler at $750 on the best number I saw yesterday. But wow, are we being blessed by a couple of alpha males on both sides? Like every award right now. We're good. We know who's going to win. It's June 3rd. It's June 3rd. And we're over here going, yeah, Shohei Judge again. Skeens and Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Is going to win it. Insane. But
Since
also,
you're talking pitchers before you move on, do you have any thoughts on, or did you get any news, or have we seen any news about what happened with Corbin Burns? Did he have like an actual problem with his elbow?
I didn't see anything, but I saw someone say he was injured. I saw that. I didn't get any updates. Also, almost forgot to mention Jack Caglione starts today. He's batting.
I was going to ask you.
Almost forgot. Thanks for cutting me off because I was going right into the plays.
You wrote about it, and we talked about it yesterday, and I actually did. I probably everybody and their mother has done this, and I mean maybe you did too, but I sprinkled on his home run. It's plus 650.
NZ texted me. I said I'm not going to do it, but if you bet anything, I highly suggest the home run. I'm not going to do it. I did write in the write-up that he does have the advantage of minimal scouting. Like all they have on him is minor league stuff, but he's not in the minors. Yeah. He's in the show.
This is the majors. I like his bases at plus 140. Do you like that?
140 I thought 140 was a weird price. I thought it was a weird price in the sense that I felt like it should be higher. But again, they don't know what to price him. They don't know how to price him. Why should it be plus 180? I got no reason. But
it is definitely one of those situations where you feel like you can either maximize some value and have a little stab at it, because plus 140 for a guy who could end up being a really solid hitter in this lineup.
And he's seen the ball insanely well.
Yeah, for sure. I sprinkled the home run just for fun, but I knew you were going to talk about it. But anyway.
I would say that's the only way to go with Jack today is the home run. He's 6'5", 250 pounds. He's going to stumble into some nukes.
I did see our sharp buddy Franco the banker, who usually does more NHL stuff, but he also bet his strikeout at minus 140.
It's not bad. That's not bad. Nothing like rooting on a guy's downfall in his debut. Yeah.
He bet both. He bet his home run and his strikeout. You can kind of win both ways.
It's not bad. It's like, is he going to come out scorching hot, or is he going to come out looking like Jackson Holiday last year? I mean, look at Jackson Holiday right now. He is the reason people are going to watch the O's. He's awesome. He's everything we thought he would be. So it's such a 50-50 toss-up with what could go down tonight. I'm very excited to see those thighs. Thigh guy, I know yesterday they were talking about feet at Betspresso yesterday, but no, this is a thigh show. This is sponsored by Earl Campbell's Thighs. Shout out to the fathers out there that know what I'm talking about. Let's go, Franco. He's in here. Let's go. You sick degenerate. All right.
Yo, Franco. Let's go.
What a sicko. What an absolute sicko. All right, let's get this rant out of the way, folks. Let me go over to the plays. All right, you guys know my rules on betting. There's no ban list. There's no reason to be like, this guy screwed me. He didn't hold a gun to your head. He didn't tell you had to bet him. You did. Maybe you should be better at gambling. But I'm talking to myself right now. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm big at a ban list if this doesn't come through today. On the ban list today. Not talking about a musical band. I'm talking about band. Talking about World of T-Shirts banned off TikTok or Tinder, excuse me. I'm going to have to ban Rafi Devers because back-to-back days, he's been in a fantastic spot. Yesterday, he doubled. Did I miss out on it? Yes, I did. Maybe today's the day he leaves the yard instead of hits a double. But I love this spot for him. I would never bet the guy if I didn't like his spot. He loves lefties, and he loves playing at home. At home this season, he's batting .330 with a .633 slugging percentage and a .1073 OPS. Against lefties, he has a .308 batting average, .449 slugging, .842 OPS. Folks, he does not have an elite rating. He doesn't have a great rating on my favorite website, the Hyphen. He has an above average rating today. There's only one trend worth noting. He has a 25% home run rate when having an above average rating. I locked this in last night, assuming he was going to be elite. Assuming. Because he's going up against Yusei Kikuchi. And Kikuchi allows 40% hard contact. Devers crushes everything in his arsenal. He allows 5.25 hits per start on top of 1.25 extra base hits per start. On the road, a 4.30 ERA and a 2.57 opponent batting average. 51% of his pitches below league average. Below. One shot. One shining moment. Will Rafi Devers come through for us tonight? Who knows? Because I can't get on the right side of the guy.
A, I'm tailing.
I was trying to do a Eminem reference and I forgot the lyrics. How could I do that as a white guy? That's like our anthem.
That's like when you try to set up a joke and you forget the punchline. I'm tailing this. A, because I like the sell job, and I do think I like betting Rafael Devers. And B,
it's the worst. Every time I'm on him, he's my favorite bet. But
didn't everybody and their mother have him yesterday for a home run and he didn't hit? I know a lot of people like him.
Yeah, he doubled though. He doubled.
Yeah, he doubled, which we had the HRR.
That's the problem. When people, my friend Matt the Bat said he was going to homer yesterday. Shout out Matt the Bat. He's a Red Sox fan. Didn't homer. He told me I can tell him to F off anytime I want. So I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Fair enough.
People, if you like a guy to homer, bet the goddamn bases.
Especially for plus money.
You're screwing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he did homer. He sucks.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
Hey, he's watching too.
Yeah. Look at this.
We got the shout outs all around. Let's go.
They're just lurking. They're like,
for the people, I know that you explain this a lot in all your stuff, but people listening right now that are wanting to bet your home run props, but also make money in the long run with the bases. Do you want to talk about how you kind of distribute those units on those particular one person that you might like the home run and the bases, so you make sure you profit?
It's usually it's quarter unit for every home run. I know sometimes I have 0.3, 0.5. Sometimes I'm feeling giddy. Sometimes I'm feeling generous. Sometimes I'm feeling overly confident. There's no reason, unless you're at the game, to go balls to the wall betting on a home run prop, because you could invest it in better places such as their hit, bases, two hits, H to the double R, because if they homer, they're doing most of those things except for the two hits, obviously. So you're screwing yourself on value. I guess people have said that I ladder these props. I mean, I don't bet the double. Monty suggests all the time that I bet the double. And I'm like, I'm not adding another prop on to every guy that I bet. It's just a lot. Because if he doubles, I cash and I just lose a quarter unit for the most part. That's the way I go about it. If I'm paying juice, I usually put the full unit. If it's plus money, I put the 0.75. So then I have a total unit on the whole guy. And I'm still up regardless if he gets the bases. But I'm down a full unit if he doesn't. So I like how I do it there. It's really about how I feel. You know, when the number is, I'm a round number guy. I want a 5 or a 0 on the last digit on my account. So if it's a little over, sometimes I'll put a little more. I'm like, well, this guy got lucky today. I'm putting a little bit more money. Oh, Jesus. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. All right. We got a lot of plays to get to. I got 10 minutes. All right. Let's get into the, let's, you know what? I'm thinking about this one. That's right. What's smacking? These seeds are. Use promo code VIBES, get 10% off. Now, let's go to the grossest game on the board. We're taking the Marlins, boys and girls, ladies, my grandma. Love you. Marlins team total, bases over 12.5 minus 120. Let's get into the filth. Let's get into it. Last 14 days, the Marlins have the 22nd best offense. You're probably thinking, Colby, that's pretty bad. I found it impressive. I thought they'd be at the bottom because they're the most mediocre team. Their stats are across the board extremely average. They're averaging 13.09 bases per game. That's 17th in baseball. Colorado's allowing 15 bases per game on the road. That's 28th in the league. There's only 30 teams. They got Chase Dollander on the bump today, folks. This is his first game since May 18th. Has a 6.28 ERA, a 1.42 whip. Allows 4.6 hits per start, 1.75 extra base hits per game. That allows saliva. Poor average hitter matchup, Woba, Ice, and ISO. 80% of his pitches are below league average. Second highest offense in the day is the Marlins, shockingly. 4 elite rated hitters, 1 great, 4 above the league K rate, 5 above the ground ball rate. Who doesn't want to watch some fish get their revenge on losing to the Pebbles last night? Losers! Losers don't want to see the fish get some success tonight. I love the bases. Take the bases, and don't forget promo code VIBES. 10% off your next purchase. Let's go to my favorite game of the day. Why? Because my favorite team's playing. When we're taking, we'll get into that in a second. Whoops. I meant to hit this one. Whoops. We're taking Jose Ramirez today, folks.
A little foreshadow.
Whoops. Yeah, like you guys didn't know I was going to touch on my thick god, Kyle Schwarber.
The old Schwarb slip.
The old Schwarb out of my ear. The old Schwarbski. All right, Jose Ramirez is killing it on the road this season. He is killing lefties. Let's talk about some stats. Since 2023, on the road against lefties, he's batting .308, .584 slugging, .944 OPS. He is elite, folks. In 36 elite ratings, 77% of the time, records a hit. 33% of the time, 2 hits. 50% of the time, over his bases. Pay the $1.09, pay the $1.10. It's not that serious. Sure, he's going up against Carlos Rodon, who has been extremely serviceable and been, whole lot of mouthful. Carlos Rodon, as a Yankees fan, he has been unbelievable. He's typically a guy who gets shoved every outing. He has been dominant, if you will. But every pitcher is due for some regression, especially a guy who I'm shocked is playing this well. But J-Ram kills all the pitches in his repertoire. Carlos Rodon has a poor average hitter matchup, ISO and ground ball percentage. We want Jose hitting line drives. He's a 41% fastball. J-Ram against fastballs has a run value of 7, expected batting average of 347, 621 expected slugging, and 421 expected WOBA. I got to be on my guy, J-Ram, today because everything is pointing to yes. Carlos Santana's pants? Yes. Carlos Santana's props? No. That's all right. Let's get into the last play of the day. Hopefully you guys didn't see it. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. We're taking my thick god, Kyle Schwarber, over his H to the double R. I feel like I'm saving myself. I'm saving you guys from him getting walked too much because we know he's the walk god. He's either walking, striking out, hitting a home run, or hitting a single. So we want the ones that he's on base for. And if we can get 2 walks and 2 runs, guess what? We still cash. Who cares about that home run? Who gives a crap about that home run? Anywho, on the road this season, he's batting .288, 1037 OPS, and 57 elite road ratings. 65% of the time records a hit. 57% of the time goes over this prop of his H to double R at 1.5 and records a run nearly 60% of the time. Like I said, he walks a ton. He's going to get a lot of runs. Going up against my good friend Bowden Francis, who has a poor rating today on batter-box, poor average hitter, ISO, ground ball percentage. Ooh, I love that ground ball percentage being terrible. And I also love this. He's a 56% fastball pitcher. That's his only pitch above league average. Everything else at home. 6.43 ERA, 2.88 opponent batting average. Allows 5.27 hits and 1.9, almost 2 extra base hits per game. I think Schwarber murders a fastball in this game. Kyle Schwarber has a run value of 12 against fastballs. I'm not rattling off any other numbers because I didn't write them down. That 12 is burned into my brain forever. All I have to see is above 50% fastball, Kyle Schwarber. On the road, Kyle Schwarber. Don't care. Don't care. He is going to be the heartbeat of that team until Bryce Harper's back. I don't know if Bryce Harper's back, so pardon my ignorance. He was elite today as well. Didn't look at him. Did not look at Harper because I assumed he's still injured. Excuse my ignorance on not looking at the lineup. He's back. He's elite. So if you like him, he's elite. Those are the plays. Those are the plays. In 4 minutes, folks, the W's coming up. The W. George W. Bush. George W. Bush. The W. We're out here eating W's. I wonder if anyone's ever said that on the W. Out here eating W's. Now, let's go through the plays one last time because we're taking the fish. We're taking them. Coming off a loss. They let the Rockies get their 10th win of the season. The Rockies. The Rockies, who have no identity, nothing good going on, no morale. It's time to get some revenge. I think 12.5 is extremely low for a bad team like the Marlins. But we got Chase Dollander on the bump. I know a lot of people are saying, Colby, but Sandy's on the bump for the Marlins. Don't care. Do not care. I will tip my cap if the Rockies win another game because, like I said, anything they do is impressive because they're that bad. Just rattled off J-Ram on the road in the Bronx. Short porch. Let that guy cook. Let that guy cook. Pay the price. Minus 109. I think it's 110 on other books as well. Wait, did I boot? Who did I boost? Oh, I boosted Schwarber. Schwarber's home run's boosted. You know where I did it. We're not getting any free ads out there. And my arch nemesis.
Hey, we're going to go down with this shit together.
That was worse than me trying to remember the Eminem lyrics.
Same.
Hell yeah. We're taking Devers bases. We're getting plus money. That makes me feel good. 430 on the home run makes me feel even better. Now, for the people out there wondering, just got in here right now looking for the W, but they know Jack Caglione starts this evening for the first time as MLB career. The 10th ranked prospect in baseball. Thighs bigger than Sook's whole body. No offense, Sook. You're handsome, you're lean, you're diabolically sexy. He makes his debut tonight. Do I like any props? That's not mine. That's not mine. That ain't mine. That's SBJ and everybody else in America, including probably the guy down below that I call my father. Father, did you bet Jack? He smiled. I think that's a yes. I'm not betting on him. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the show. I hope it's amazing. I hope the kid goes yard. You think I'm gonna wish ill will on an Italian? Hold on. If I go over, I go over. Hold on. Hold on, folks. God bless it. I'll bet his home run. Let's go. God damn it. That's the greatest song of all time. If you want to go listen to it, that's E Compare. Don't know what it means, but it's like something about making a song or something. It's in Italian. Another good look for the Marlins game. Kyle Stowers home run. I have it sprinkled. I don't know if I'm going to put it on my card. I have it sprinkled because I talked about it earlier today. He has the best matchup amongst all of the other guys, in my opinion, on the Marlins team with the elite rating and whatnot. He just matches up very well against Dollander's pitches. But without further ado, I do not speak Italian. I'm fake Italian. Yes, Kadar, yes, my man. Ladies and gentlemen, you came for baseball. I delivered. Now you're staying for the WNBA. The boys are about to deliver. Let's cue up that theme song. I'm Colby Marshall. Give me a follow. What are you doing? What are you doing? Give me a follow. Cue up that intro for the fellas. Stay here.
You see, I'm getting close. I accelerate, going faster than fast. Hit the gas, lose control. I won't crash, running high. Put your money on the dash, through the dice. Lose control. I won't crash, running high. I won't crash when you slow. I won't crash. Running, take you running on the road. So get out the way, push the pedal to the floor, going all the way. Yeah, you see I'm getting close. I accelerate, going faster than fast. Hit the gas.
What's going on, chat? Excited to have you guys with us for another hour right here on the Betting News Network. Hope you guys enjoyed the last half an hour with Mr. Colby Marcio. Hey, kabade, that was stuck in my head. It's all
Enzi,
stuck.
do you speak Italian?
Más o menos.
That means a little bit, chat.
Yes, a little
Good
bit.
job.
My grandmother spoke Italian, but not to me. But she was the only one who could speak Italian. My grandfather couldn't. He was the only one born here, not in Sicily.
Do you know like a
Interesting.
bunch of cuss words in Italian?
Yes, Stronzo.
What does that mean?
Like useless.
This Gabone up here giving out fake lessons over here. This freaking Gabone. Hey, you know what? It's a
Not
good
son
word.
is back.
Sorry. Let's go. Welcome to the W. Excited to have you here. Hope you guys enjoyed the last half hour talking baseball with Mr. Marcio. But we got another hour right here with you guys talking everything about the WNBA. Obviously, no NBA tonight as we're waiting for the conference final or the NBA finals to begin on Thursday. So we're going to be talking about the 3-game slate that we have with the Lady Ballers tonight. The first actual full-on show with the WNBA today, boys. Excited to dive in with you, chat. Thanks for stopping by. That's NZ. That's Just Sook. My name's Sweatpants Jesus. Stoked to have you guys here. Brought to you by our sponsors at BetOnline. Get that QR code in the top corner of the screen. You guys know the deal. Get $250 dropped into your account if you don't already have one. Boys, fun slate today. 3 games. We're back in. There were no games yesterday. Kind of sad. But we got 3.
So weird.
Very weird. We've got a couple games that are a part of the Cup tournament, the Commissioner's Cup tournament, which is going on. So we can kind of gab about that a little bit as well. But before we talk about the dub, I do want to bring this up since this was breaking news today in the basketball world. And we have a New York Knicks fan with us on the screen right now. So I want to get his thoughts about this. Chat, as you guys have seen, Tom Thibodeau out as the New York Knicks head coach. As you can see, Tom Thibodeau led the New York Knicks to 24 playoff wins when he was the head coach. They only had 7 in their last 12 head coaches before Tibbs joined the New York Knicks. We kind of gabbed about it a little bit on Sauce Team. I'm very surprised by this move. Inzi, as a fan, what are your thoughts about this? Do you think that this was the right move?
I don't know. I was surprised. Part of me feels like this may have come from the players a little bit. Maybe there was pressure coming from the locker room and maybe not being happy with him. I know there was a lot of talk about the way Cat was playing towards the end of that series as well. But, I mean, to me, I wasn't like a diehard Tibb guy or not. So, I mean, if they could bring in somebody really good with this core that we got, hey, I mean, let's do it. I know he's always been a tough coach. He's like a very particular coach. He's like kind of like the John Tortorella of the NBA, where he makes people pay with how much they play. So if he doesn't like you,
Sure.
I think that the stupid thing here is to give up on a coach that's brought you so much success. You
Fair.
can't just always – the players are 15 and a coach has to be a unifying voice. If the players are getting rubbed the wrong way, maybe you change up some of the assistants. But the one thing that I'm not seeing – enough here, boys, is who was the guy that didn't like the assistant coaches and was shipped out? Dante DiVincenzo. Who's one of the elite assistants for the New York Knicks? I'm not seeing this on the timeline enough. Rick Brunson. Daddy's gonna end up head coach.
You think so?
I fucking know so. You don't make this move unless you're making big brain moves. Right. Jalen Brunson put $50 million back into the Knicks' pocket by not taking a contract the year after so he could get a supermax. Daddy is head coach.
Wow. I didn't even think about that.
Play for their dad, though. Isn't that weird?
I mean, he's been playing for his dad. He's been playing for his dad since he was a kid, though. Like that's not out. He knows how to do that.
He's been playing for his dad since he's been in New York. They were accused of tampering when Rick was named a lead assistant.
Interesting.
Yeah, I posted this on the timeline. You said it too, Sook. I hate this move, man. I think this is just a terrible mistake by the Knicks.
This is weird.
Like, It's really bad timing. I don't know why. I think they're doing it now because they know who they're already going to hire. So maybe that is somebody internal, or they want to get a head start on this coaching cycle so they can get all the best interviews of people. But it's the New York Knicks. This is going to be one of the highest, most sought after jobs in the entire offseason. So it's not like they're going to be like struggling to find somebody to fill his shoes. But like you said, successful head coach brought them the most success, back-to-back conference, or not back-to-back conference finals, but back-to-back deep playoff runs. You got a good core of players. None of them seem to be outwardly pissed off with the way that Tibbs coaches. Obviously, his antics are a little bit out of a little bit.
But he's winning you rounds, and the fans seem to like his brand of basketball, even though they criticize late game choices. When you're in the second and third quarter and Brunson's just going fucking bonkers, everybody's happy.
I just don't understand this thing of, and it's a worldwide thing, and it's kind of a cultural thing too. We just have no patience, the society anymore. There is no. I know how long has he been the head coach? 7 seasons? What is it? 7?
I think it's
5.
5.
Five.
It's 5, yeah.
5 seasons as the head coach, and you're finally getting to the point where, because you can't win the NBA finals every single season. Like, it's impossible.
Fair.
Only one team's going to win the championship every year. So like, all you can ask for is a path towards success to the point of wanting to possibly reach the mountaintop. Now, maybe do you think that he would have been fired if they would have won the championship this season? Probably not, because they reached the mountaintop. But Mike Budenholzer got fired after he won a championship. There's been some other coaches that have gotten fired after winning the championship. I just think that these owners are jumping ship in situations because somebody convinces them that it's a good idea, but they don't understand what it's like to build a culture. They don't understand what it's like to have to be in the locker room with these guys and create an environment and build a, repertoire with these people. Like, that takes time. That takes effort. That takes substantial amounts of energy. And
SBJ, do you think it was anything about all the Cat stuff that was coming out right after the series? That like Cat was missing defensive assignments and players weren't happy with him. Do you think that it was in response to kind of like to get out in front of everything and say, no, we're committed to this group?
I honestly don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. I really don't get it. Someone posted on the timeline that commented on something and said that they kind of feel it similarly, that maybe something happened and it's kind of similar to the Lucas situation of like, that's like the Mike Malone thing. It seems like there's going to be more and more that's probably going to come out about this as we continue down the road of like the ownership wasn't happy, or he pissed off, like you said, he pissed in Cat's Cheeto or pissed in Cat's cereal, or he pissed off the wrong person that they were already super duper committed to. And they were like, well, I guess we're throwing him out of bed then. Like, it just, that none of this makes sense from he's worked really hard, as Hovey said in the chat, which is a great point as a Knicks fan. Like, he's worked so hard to build this franchise. This is like hiring somebody to build you a mansion, right? And they get to the point where you get to the very end of building the mansion. You just put the roof on and you get it all put together. And then like they're also supposed to be responsible for like the way that it gets interiorly designed and then gets sold. But then you go, nah, we don't want you to do that part. We're going to hire this other person and have them reap all the benefits of it. It feels like that. It's like, why would you jump ship right now?
Insane.
I don't know.
Insane to fire him. I just think it kind of shows that like Leon Rose has done a fantastic job up until now, but the Knicks curse is the Knicks curse. They're the Leafs, they're the Cowboys. They're going to fuck it up no matter what.
Sorry, Hovey.
You got to get rid of James Dolan. James Dolan is the curse. Oh, yeah. It's the first time in 30. I'm 38 years old. It's the first time in 38 years the man ever did anything for the fans.
I heard he's hands off now.
He's an asshole. He is. He ruined our local cable. He ruined the TV station. He's ruined the newspaper. He sucks. He sucks.
I think that, but this is a growing thing we're seeing across all sports now, where there's just seems to be such a lack of connection, or I guess a disconnect is the better way to say it, between ownership groups and everything else in the franchise. Like, the only ones that are super successful are the ones that have owners that have direct ties and direct comparisons, direct relationships with the entire franchise. Like, you can't just have an owner that's just like making willy-nilly decisions and throwing these things around and hoping that they're just going to have success, like running it like a business. Like, yeah, it is a business, but it's also a fucking sports team. Like, you have to account for that. And I feel like there's getting a bigger gap in a lot of franchises across all sports where the disconnect is bigger and bigger. And then you see these franchises make these moves that make so much sense on paper, and then they fucking suck. And they're like, why do we suck? And it's like, well, you suck at your job because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
So that makes me lean a little bit more with Sook that there's ulterior motives built in.
Yeah.
Maybe they made the decision so easy because they already know what the fuck they're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could probably spend the rest of the show picking out fucking ownership groups that suck ass. This one's a really good example. There's a lot of them across all sports that have terrible ownership.
Which owner is that?
He's the owner of the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, okay.
Sucks. He sucks.
Former
He's
Islanders owner was the fucking worst.
It's just crazy. It's at that point, it's like you have to, and again, it's just shows the complete lack of disconnect, or lack of disconnect is such a bad way to say that. The disconnect that they have with their franchises and their companies. Like they don't have any. It's like, I mean, we talked about it with the Luka trade with the Mavericks. Like the reason why that whole trade happened was because Patrick Dumont was basically just like, here you go, you control it. I don't know shit about basketball. You figure it out. And what did Nico Harrison do? You know, we're gonna find out if he shit the bed or if he was a really smart guy.
I know. I was just thinking that.
He could end up with Cooper and Giannis. So let that
True.
sink in.
It's gonna be interesting to see when they drew that number 1 pick. I was like,
Yeah.
Sage and her. Come on.
Shout out
And him.
Patch.
Come on.
Hey, shout out Padge chat for walking. If you guys watched Talk Your Talk yesterday, Padge gave us the greatest of. And you know what you said, Padge, on the show yesterday? You basically said, you're like, it's great. You put the bet in and you forget about it. You go wake up in the morning and you got money in your account. And I fucking did that. I bet the bet. Totally forgot about it. Woke up this morning, looked at my account to go bet some stuff. And I was like, why do I have more money in here? And I was like, oh, no shit. The KBO. Yeah. Let's go. Good stuff, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that right there. Yeah, I thought it was good to talk about, even though we're going to talk about the dub. I thought it was good.
I feel the same way about James Dolan.
Yeah, there's a lot of them though. There's so many owners that are fucking dickheads, and they just suck at their jobs. I don't understand. Or lady dickheads, I guess. Could be a dickhead as a lady. There's another word we can't probably say actively on the program that would be better described of those particular situations. But hello,
ladies.
Good time to join. To cap this, because we'll talk NBA on Sauce Team on Thursday, but this summer, and I think this is the truth, and you said this about before Sean said it, this summer is going to be whack in the NBA. There's going to be a lot of crazy shit that's going to go down. Giannis is going to be on the move. KD is going to be on the move. The coaches are probably going to get fired. Coaches are going to go other places. We're going to see a lot of dominoes fall, either as the finals are rounding up, when the finals end, and obviously through the first couple months of the summer before we get into the season. So strap in, folks. It's going to be fun. And we get the first domino that fell today. But let's jump to the dub. We've got the WNBA today. 3 games that we're going to talk about. Inzi wrote about one of them, the first game on the docket, which we'll go ahead and just jump into talking about this game here. The Fever, still without Caitlin Clark, taking on the Washington Mystics, one of the surprises of the WNBA. We've talked about this team quite a bit on the show and throughout the entire start of the season. 5.5-point dogs are the Mystics. They were actually 4.5-point dogs yesterday. Rusty and I talked about it on the show. Gone up a point. What are you kind of seeing with this game? What's your thoughts? And I know you wrote about it, so I'm sure you got some in-depth analysis. Sure. You like the Mystics here? You thinking the Fever get the job done?
Well, it's hard to say if the Fever are going to get the job done, but I think it's going to be a close game. So I definitely roll with the Mystics, definitely plus 5.5. I got 4.5. It's same pieces playing as last week, just in a different building. You'd like to think the Fever kind of perk up and play a little bit better at home. I don't know about that, honestly, because they just seem completely lost without Caitlin Clark. Kelsey Mitchell's not stepping up. Aaliyah Boston's not stepping up. I mean, Natasha Howard kind of is, but she's still putting up her same numbers. The only player that is stepping up is DeWanna Bonner, who has been absolutely MIA the entire season. She's so MIA that there's no lines for her. I put her in my article as one of my props that I love. 2+3 should be a very good value, even 15+ points. I can't find them. So if you find them, I highly suggest playing them. But yeah, I like her. I like, the 2 rookies are great for Washington. I think that's the other reason why they stay in this game, Kiki and Citron. And I do like Brittany Skies again to get her points. She did get her point total last time. It was over 21. It was 21+ points. I believe it's like -104. Might have moved a little bit. She's had 30-point game this year. She's hit this number, I think 3 out of 5 games, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have it in front of me, but I love her to keep shooting, and all the points seem to go through this lady. So, but for the game side, give me the Mystics plus 4.5.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Rusty mentioned this yesterday. I like them too. You kind of touched on her, so I'll just kind of talk about my play that I have in this game. I'm riding back with this. I bet this quite a lot to start the season. It's been a cash cow. I'm going to keep rolling with it. I got it for plus money. Like you said, one of the 2 rookies on this Washington team, Kiki Iriafen. over 20.5 points and rebounds. Shop around, chat. I'm seeing plus 100. I'm seeing minus 115s in places. So try to get the plus chicky if you can. You can take her boards if you like as well. She already had a really good game against the Fever, like you mentioned. They just played on the 28th of May, so about a week ago. She had 16 and 8 in that game. Her double-double's a nice sprinkle too. Really talented lady. I think she's going to be, like all season long, is going to be kind of pushing to be the rookie of the year with maybe Citron. Her and Citron going kind of toe-to-toe for that because how good she's been as well. But so set it, forget it. I'm taking Kiki over 20 and a half.
Don't forget about my girl, though. Don't forget about my girl.
Which one? You got a lot of them.
Age, baby.
Oh, Beckers. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Can't forget about her.
Yeah, we'll talk about that team in a few minutes. She's still out in concussion protocol, so she's out. But yeah. Good shout. But yeah, I like Kiki. Good spot. She had a good game against this team previously, and like you said, I'm sure Sook has some thoughts on this too. But this Fever team just really looks lost without Caitlin Clark. It's really weird to watch them play. And they got some veterans on this team that are good. Like you said, Kelsey Mitchell. You got even Sophie Cunningham. You got these ladies who've been in the league for a while, who are hoopers, and you can just tell how much of a cog in the machine of the Fever that Caitlin Clark is, that when she's out, they are lost offensively. So it kind of makes it tough to kind of want to back any props from the Fever side, just because it's tough to know who's going to score and how they're going to get in their offense and how they're going to run their situation. So you got thoughts on that or anything else you like?
Yeah, I really think it's Aaliyah. I know Synergy's in chat with the numbers, but this is kind of a gut feeling, and they've lost 3 straight, but 2 of those games have been inside Gainbridge, and she's hit both her points lines in those 2 games at home. She does a lot better at home, and we got to remember with Aaliyah, she was a first overall pick in her own right. She's still only 23 years old, went to South Carolina, great women's school. So I really do think that Aaliyah's points line at 13.5 is the move. I haven't played it officially, but when we build the W3, I think that's my entry. It's the play that I like the most when I was labbing these 3 games. I just don't know. I just don't get it. It's 13.5. You're at home. You haven't been winning at home. I don't know if this is a Commissioner's Cup game, but they're 1-3 at home, and this is a game that's televised heavily. Obviously, with Caitlin Clark being out, it sucks. Honestly, in where I live in Canada, we don't even get a lot of WNBA games, but this game is actually on one of our biggest sports channels, probably because they thought Caitlin was going to play. So I think that these players still know we got a lot of eyes on us. And Aaliyah, you're a former first overall pick yourself. So 13.5 points inside a Gainbridge. I really, really, really like that.
This is a Commissioner's Cup game. So there is the extra incentive. Also, just as a reminder, shout out to our friend Flo on the timeline. If you go give him a follow, he covers the WNBA. We'll have him as a guest at one point talking about the dub throughout the season. But just as a reminder to you guys, if you were looking at the WNBA Commissioner Cup game specifically, point differential matters in seeding for these games and moving on. So sometimes you don't have to worry about if a team's winning by 30 or something, the starters are probably not going to sit because they need all the points to continue along the road in the Commissioner's Cup. So if that adds into your cap of, this is not a big spread, so it doesn't necessarily matter. But as we move forward in the competition, just as a heads up. Anything else on this game you guys want to talk about?
No, not really. I mean, Citron 2 threes that they got a decent value. I mean, I like the Kiki PR as opposed to taking just one or the other because it's hard to say where she's going to fall. I don't hate the Boston points. She really should be running this team right now with Caitlin out. So it would be nice to see her step up from an all around standpoint.
She's due, man. She really is.
She's due for. I'm surprised there hasn't been a double. She hasn't dropped 20 and 10. I mean,
she had 27 and 13 against the Liberty 2 games ago.
Well, Clark played in that game. I'm just talking. I'm referring to the game.
Without
Clark.
her. Yeah.
It just she is so effective when Clark's out there, just because of that. Really, I mean, probably the best pick and roll duo in the dub right now. And she's missing that. You get so used to it as a player, and then you lose it, and then you have to kind of remind yourself oh shit, I got to go score in one-on-one buckets again. Takes a second to get back used to it.
Last point on Aaliyah is she had 8 assists last game, but I'm not seeing anywhere in Canada where I can bet it. I'm sure I can maybe find it on BetOnline, but like NZ's saying, you hope she'd step up, and I feel like 8 assists is kind of showing that she's kind of found a way. 8 of 10 from the field. She had a good game against Connecticut, but obviously Connecticut sucks.
It's just weird because you would think Mitchell would want to move into that role of facilitating to feed her and pick up where Clark left off and move the ball, but she's more of a shooter first type player. But it's weird that nobody is, zagging instead of zigging, is how Betsky would say it. Big
shows how good Caitlin
is. Okay. So we'll probably circle back and take something from this game because we will cook a parlay today, chat. We'll cook the W3/4, depending on how many plays we like. 3 games, we might end up finding 4 plays because there's quite a few tasty nuggets out there. But let's keep it moving. Let's go to the next Commissioner's Cup game on the docket. Not that one. This one. The Mercury taking on the Lynx. Nafisha Collier, the current MVP favorite, now that Caitlin Clark's on the shelf, against the Phoenix Mercury. Satu Sabali, one of my favorite hoopers in the dub right now to bet on and to watch. Surprising 12.5-point spread here in the Commissioner's Cup. Again, this is a little bit of a bigger spread, so don't forget, like I mentioned, that these point differentials will matter in this game. So even if the Lynx are winning by 25 or if this game is closer, all these points are going to matter here. So over-under set at 158.5. And Z, you want to kick us off? What do you like in this game? Sure. I already know what you're leaning on. I've got some things to say too, but what do you see in this game?
Yeah, I put it out earlier. Give me the Mercury plus 12.5. Lynx are a great team, but Mercury are really good, and they're playing really well without not one but 2. As I was corrected, to shout out to Rolo. I hadn't seen you in forever, man. If you're watching, but they're missing 2 key players, and I don't even care about that 12.5 points, man. Sabali's been balling. The team's been playing well. They've even been playing well without Alyssa Thomas, and I just think 12.5 points is just way too much. It's just way too much. I mean, do I think they win the game? I don't know. But do I think they lose by more than 12? No. I think they keep this game close. I think they may lose by 5 or 6 points. Maybe they win. I don't know. I don't advise. That is a tasty looking money line, but give me the 12.5 points. I like that play a lot.
Well, if you think the Mercury are going to cover 12.5, and I agree with you, I like that play a lot, then Satu Sabali is going to score 22-plus points. She is their best offensive player. She's already had a really good game. These 2 teams just played on the 30th of May. The Lynx won that game by 3, 74-71. Satu had a great game, 26 points, and I think she had a double-double, 26 and 11. I think that was the first game also that Alyssa Thomas was out of the lineup. She is going to shoot the hell out of the basketball. She does have stretches where she bricks a lot. So if you're watching the game or if you're looking at if she goes like 4 of 11 to start the game, don't worry. She going to keep shooting. It's okay. Because if you watch this Mercury offense, it kind of gets to the point where they start running the offense. If they don't get a good shot, they just toss it to her and let her kind of dribble it 4 times and then shoot. So I think this line's too low. I think that she can get 25, 26, maybe even flirt with 30. I love the double-double sprinkle as well. Like you said, too, with Alyssa Thomas out of the lineup, she has to rebound the basketball more. I mean, she's a bigger – how tall is she? Like, 6'5", 6'6"?
She is 6'4".
6'4", okay. So I know the Lynx are good defensively, but she just had a good game against these guys, these ladies. 20 shots in that game, made 10 of them. And like you said in the chat, the rebounds is a low number. She had 11 against them last time too. So I think she's due for another good performance here. I'm not scared of the number. You can get some plus money on this too if you want to go with the 22 plus as well. I really like Satu. I'll be betting her a lot this year. So if Shaggy's in the chat, he heard me pitch this a couple days ago. Sorry if you're hearing me pitch Satu once again. But yeah, I like Satu. What do you like in this game, Sook?
I had a question in this game. The Mercury, surprisingly, are the 2nd best defensive rating in the whole league, and the Lynx are 4th. We know they're like lined up to be championship contenders. That's that 158.5, boys. Do you guys think that's like the under is a good look, or I don't know? Because I think this one could be a little messy.
I think so. They only put up 144 last game, so it is on a little bit of the higher side. I mean, when you think about it, too, the Mercury are missing 2 players that score a lot of points. Yeah, that is a high total now that you mention it. I'm not a big total guy, though, but that is a high total now that you do mention it.
My point, NZ, is mostly like usually when I see high totals, because I'm not a big total guy either, but then when you see that and you think it's like weird, then I go, oh, then there's player props to be had for sure. Something.
Well, like I mentioned, too, the fact that this is a Commissioner's Cup game could play a factor here because, like I said, they're not going to stop scoring. Right. They're going to keep scoring because they need to have that point differential as much as possible. So that could be the reason why you're seeing a little bit of a higher total because they aren't going to be slowing things down as much as you would think. On that note, I mean, it's hard to not want to take Nafisha's points at 22.5.
Yeah, I looked at that earlier.
I think
like her
that's
boards too.
Yeah, I mean, she had a double. Well, she had. Did she not play? She didn't play the last game when they like Austin just mentioned.
Yeah.
But her first game back, 24 and 11. I mean, she's going to be averaging 25, 26, flirting with 30 most of the season. So I think 22.5 is a tiny bit of a miscorrection after her coming back from injury. I think that she can get 25 points even against this good defense. So I think the 22.5 points is a really nice play as well for Collier.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. I like the PR too, like you said, so 31.5. You got to think about this too as a Commissioner's Cup as a whole for these ladies. And I hate to belabor this point because of, again, that these ladies are not making nearly the amount of money that they should be making to play basketball. But they get if they win the Commissioner's Cup, chat, they get basically their entire year check by winning this competition all individually.
It's like $1 million, I think, amongst the whole team. And it's only I think it's only 12 or 13 players on the team. So it's a nice payout.
Yeah, I mean,
$500,000 between the 10 players.
Yeah, so $50K is 2/3 of their salary.
They're literally going to double their salaries for some of them.
I mean, we saw less of the ratio was similar in the NBA, and we saw bench players absolutely diving for basketballs, going absolutely crazy. So all this matters, man. Little incentive always matters.
It does, and that explains a little bit why you have the total being a little higher. You got these games that are going to be a little bit more competitive. What's up, Kayshawn? It's an opportunity for these ladies to double their bankrolls. And if you've ever had an opportunity to do something else in your life that you can double your salary and by winning something, you're working fucking hard to win. So imagine how they're feeling when they get out there to hoop. So, anything else? Any other angles we like in this one from a prop? I love the 12.5 for the Mercury. I like that play a lot. I'm down with you on that one. If I didn't already have a couple of other plays, I think I'd be riding it with you, but we could put it in the parlay possibly.
Yeah, I mean, another one that's always a good play, especially at plus money, is Kayla McBride for 3+3s. She's another person who did not play in last game as well, I'm realizing right now. So she was not in that game as well. So that's another thing that to play a factor into here, because she is a big shooter. She's been putting up, I think, 15 points each game that she has been back. She missed her threes the last game that she played. But, yeah, she's had 15 in every game, 16, 20, and 15 respectively, and 2, 3, and 3 on her threes made. The volume wasn't there last game. She only shot it 3 times, but she's a shooter, man. She's a 3-point shooter. Giving me plus 118 for 3 threes. I love it. It's a good play, too.
We talked about this last time, too, and I was a little bit hesitant because of her volume, and she went 3 of 6. So shout out you for being for sniping that one. I also, to throw this out there, too, Courtney Williams, her RA I love that play. It's very juiced now, though. It's minus 144 for over 10.5.
She just hooked, too.
Mm-hmm. She just hooked, but she's had against this Mercury team, even though it was without fee, so you got to kind of bake that into that. But she has 7 and 7 in that game. You can take her PRA, too. Her PRA is a nice number as well at 24.5. She has been scoring really well for this team. So don't hate that whatsoever either. I think she's going to come out and continue balling like she has been. Yeah. Anything else? Suck, you got anything else you want to throw in before we move on to the last game?
If we build a lotto, we got to toss that Mercury money line in there.
Ooh, well, shit. You can go ahead and change that if to win, because that's happening. Yeah, I'm down. Austin just joined us in the chat, so we'll just recap since we only have one more game to get to. We did just talk about this Mystics in the Fever game. Sook like Boston's points. Inzi likes where his play in this game. Oh, you didn't put.
I didn't put him in because I had wrote about it, but I like Sykes points, and I like Citron threes.
Mm-hmm. And then I like Kiki for her PR over 20.5 for plus money as well. So that's the one we just discussed. She's been so good, dude. They both have been great. All right. And then we just obviously talked about this game, the Lynx taking on the Mercury. Last game of the night. Interesting one. The Seattle Storm taking on the Dallas Wings. No Paige Beckers, unfortunately, in this game, once again, recovering from that concussion. 10.5 point spread here, 165.5 point total. Higher total once again, but again, this this Wings team, defense optional. Yeah, they suck defensively. Another Commissioner's Cup game, which is why you're seeing a higher total. And conversely, the Storm, one of the better defensive teams in the WNBA, and they've been really. I think they're better than their record is right now. I really like this team. I think they're going to have something to say near the end of the season. I might end up dying on that hill by myself, but
hey, I'm there with you. I looked at the advanced stats today. They're middle of the pack. Definitely when you look at the roster and you try to evaluate player by player on paper, I think I'm right there with you. I'm ready to die on the hill that they're better. I think they got 2 girls on the bench that they could play a lot more. I'm with you, SPJ.
I like this team. I think they're a good team. I think they're going to have a lot to say as we continue to kind of gain some momentum throughout the rest of the season. I know NZ has a play on the wing side of things. I'll kick us off, though, and start about this. Suck, I'm sure you can give us a seal of a stamp of approval on this play. I love Gabby Williams over 21.5 PRA. I know she burned you last game, so you got to kind of just toss that out. But she's been so good for this team to start the season. She's finally finding her form as a WNBA player. NZ's talked about it quite a few times. She's not been this is her first full season in the dub, finally committing. That's a nice play too if you want to go for the points or if you want to take her PA, PR, but I want to kind of wrap it all up into one. She just had a 20-piece against the Aces in that 5-point loss in that game. But she's a good rebounder, great passer. I like the way they move their offense. So I love the PRA for Gabby Williams. I didn't bet this before I passed it off to one of you guys, but Nneka is coming off of one of her worst shooting games of the entire season. She was terrible she was awful against the Aces, and she destroyed the Wings when they played earlier this season. She had 18 boards, and I want to say 20.
I was just going to say, was that the game when she had an immense amount of boards?
18 and 24, I think. I like her a lot today. I didn't end up betting that because I wanted to go the Gabby Williams route, but I really like Nneka. I think she's going to have a really big bounce back game against this pretty poor Storm or Wings defense. So yeah, that's a nice play too.
I like that look. Yeah,
I like that as well. Yeah. But NZ, take it away. I know you got to look on the wing side of things, and then we can kind of tap it off and start cooking.
I'm not sure who covers this spread, to be honest with you. Part of me wants to think Dallas can cover 10 points, but I'm not 100% sure. But give me Dejanay Carrington for over 12.5 points. I think it's -1. I think I got it for it's better now than when I got it. Let me click on my little thingy here. I got it for -130. It's -115 right now. She's hit it in her last 3 games. She had a complete stinker against them last game. She put up, I think, 4 points. Yeah, exactly. As my son would do it. Stinking. But yeah, I like I like for her to have to continue to score with Paige out. She's been doing so. She's a starter. She came over from the Sun. She's a great offensive weapon. The point total is extremely low. I know she's only been putting up 15, but if you're going to give me 13 at -113 now, and also 15 points plus is in plus money territory, it even went to +158, so it jumped up a little more from this morning. And we're talking about this being, is this also a Commissioner Cup game, SPJ? Yep. Yeah, so if everybody needs to score some points here, then that's another thing that I like for it. So give me her to score 15 plus, but we only need 13 to cover.
Yeah, I like this. I like her PR too. 16.5, good rebounder, especially with no Paige. She's going to obviously have to rebound the basketball a little bit more as well. She's also she hasn't really played very well against Seattle necessarily. Like you said, she had a stinker against them to start the season, but she did have 4 and 7 rebounds in her last 2 games against Seattle too. So good rebounder. If you like the points, you could rope the PR in there if you want to as well, if you don't want to just rely on the points, but nothing wrong with taking the points. Sook, what do you like in this game?
Ezzy's board 7.5. She's actually hit this in 3 straight. She's only missed it in 2 games this season. You're seeing a wide total Commissioner's Cup game. We keep talking about these young ladies on this Storm team. They're led by 2 older ladies, but you got all these kids that are so fucking good. And I just think Ezzy 7.5 boards in this type of game with a high 165.5 total. I just don't know why when this lady's only missed this twice this whole season. It's a little juice -135, but I really like that too. Those are literally Aaliyah and Ezzy boards were the only 2 plays I found in the whole day.
She's good. I mean, and to answer a few Asiatic, I think she's a good player. This is really going to prove for her, and I think that's maybe why she's playing so well. She may be playing for her spot with Mag Long sitting on the bench, because that girl is really good, as you pointed out, Suck. And as the number 2 pick, you have a lot of hype behind you. She came in out of France. If Ezzy does not perform well, she's going to be on the bench very quickly, and they're going to put that kid in. And that has not happened yet. She's seen very minimal playing time. So Ezzy has been keeping up. I think she's great. She's only getting better as the years go on. I think it's only her 3rd year, if I'm not mistaken. I have to double check that. But she's still young. She definitely is a big body in there, and obviously rebounding is one of her best skills. So,
and like we always talk about this on All Sauce team, but like Ezzy is like a young woman still, 25 years old. She actually left New Zealand when she was like 15 to pursue her basketball career. Just like NZ is saying, like you have other prospects nipping at your heels. This is a girl that's been fighting for her right in the WNBA in professional women's basketball since she was a kid. So 7.5 boards, little juiced, only missed twice this season. I really like that one.
I think it's a win-win for her because if she plays well, because I think in theory they want to eventually want to play. What's the French girl's name? What is her name?
Dominique.
Dominique Malonga.
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 I mean, I think in their perfect world, they want to have her and Nneka out there together dominating.
Yes.
That would be, I think, the benefit here. But they do have Ezzy, and if Ezzy continues to develop, she could be a really good trade piece to get them another piece that they would need and go to another.
Realizing something too. Tiara McCowan disappeared. I don't know if she got pissed off in the first game of the season, and I think she played the second game, but I haven't seen her on the books since. She would be a threat down low to keep her from rebounding. But honestly, without her, you got Maddie Segrist, you got Carrington. She doesn't have much competition other than her own teammates. So she should, if they spread out properly, she should be able to grab plenty of boards. That 10 plus may even be a nice little look. So plus 164.
Which that's the point of why Nneka had 18 rebounds the first time they played. Was just because of that right there. They don't have big bodies down there. And I mean, Ezzy had 8 herself. So, there's 26 rebounds right there between your center and your power forward. And again, her Nneka's PR is 26.5, and she hadn't sniffed that in 4 games. And just like I said, she had 23 and 18 against the Wings when they played earlier this season. So both big ladies, I think, are in good matchups tonight. I think Skylar Diggins has an opportunity to bounce back a little bit too. Kind of somebody said at the beginning of this game, there's nothing wrong with taking anybody's points really, just because of how bad the Wings are defensively. I think that
they're the second worst team at turning the ball over, and now they're missing their ball handler.
They are 11th in points allowed, and they are 11th in rebounds allowed. And how many teams are in the dub now? Is it 14? 13?
I think it's 13. Yeah, 13.
Yeah. We all can do it again. PU, not good. Stinky.
Looks like I don't want to do this.
Not good.
He's got to call me out on that one.
Didn't want to be a part of that. It sucks because in these situations without Paige, you think that you want to take some Arike stock, but she's just been so inconsistent.
Dude, she's so all over the place. She can't stop shooting.
You wouldn't touch those points though? 18.5? If she's
honestly would take her threes.
I
would take her threes. She's going to shoot like fucking 14 3-pointers. But one thing that's been sneaking, let me just double check the line because I know I played it, but I just want to make sure it's still playable. Yeah, it's not. You see, her assists have really been something to take a look at. They moved it to 4.5 at plus 104. She has been dishing the ball quite a bit without Paige, so it's definitely a good look. But man, she's like a cannon with no fucking with no sight on it. You know what I'm saying? She just fucking shooting and shooting and shooting, and she shoots the shit out of that fucking ball. So, the points or her threes really aren't a bad look with how much volume we're gonna get out of her every game.
Yeah, I mean, against the Sky, she had the last game 5 threes, the game before that 12, the game before that 8, 4, 13, and then when they played against the Seattle Storm on the 19th of May, she had 8 threes in that game. She took 8, only made one of them.
I just say no.
Jordan Poole?
Yeah, dude, she's Jordan Poole 2.0. I don't. She's just been really bad to start this. But the crazy thing about her is that she's had these 30-point games. So it's like a betting a lotto's like kind of perfect situation of like it's a boom or bust situation. You're either going to catch her on a night where she just goes fucking nuclear and you're going to get sick value on like 25 points because she is, I would say, top 5 bucket getters in the WNBA when she's on. Like she can score from anywhere. But when she's off, I think Jordan Poole is actually a pretty good comp. Like she literally looks like she doesn't even know what a basketball is.
2 of 14 the last game when they played, and 1 of 8 from 3. So she does seem to play a little bit better on the road. She had two better games on the road against Chicago and Connecticut, but those teams are also dog water. I don't know. I'm looking at her threes though, to be honest with you.
I mean, 2.5 for plus money looks tasty. again, there's also the added incentive. I'll say it again. This is
That's
a Commissioner's Cup game. This is a game that matters for seeding. It does matter for moving on in the competition, and the points matter here. So maybe it's a situation where she gets up for this game a little bit more and, got LASIK and puts her glasses on and can make some shots.
Listen, the books know something's up when they're giving you 6+. I haven't seen 6+ this year.
Threes,
yeah, plus 1260.
I'm seeing plus 1400. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 4+.
I laddered her that one time up to 5 because it was plus 1200, and I was like, "What the hell?"
I'll read you guys these stats. So this season, she has, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's only gone over her 2.5 line 3 times. One time she had 3 threes. The other 2 times she went over that line, she had 5 and 6 3-pointers. So it's one of those situations where if you're going to take her regular line, you might as well just go all the way to the moon. Because if for the first couple go down,
she's going to
have
keep.
fun.
That's what happened.
The last 2
have
times
fun climbing.
Right.
The last 2 times SPJ gave out advice like this, he didn't take his own advice. So go ahead and press those buttons right now, big guy.
That's true. I should. Well, we can put that maybe in a lotto because that is great value for somebody that could very easily hit 5 3-pointers for plus 600.
Yeah.
Word. All right.
I have like half our lotto in my head already.
I kind of do too. It's rolling around in there.
Okay.
Anything else you guys want to mention in this game? I think we kind of touched on most of the props worth talking about. Skylar Diggins is somebody I'm enjoying betting, but her assists have been just non-existent over the last few games, so I'm not going to touch that until I see that hit again.
Yeah, she had 9. I looked earlier. She had 9 against them 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. But it's tough. Yeah, it just hasn't been as consistent. It's tough. She really started off hot and cooled off.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
I want to see it again. If anything, I would take her PA because she has been scoring too. But I think I like the Williams or Nyeka or Ezzy look a little bit better than that for that offense. Word. Okay, let's get to cooking. Let's start off with. I think we all feel pretty good about the Mercury to cover the 12.5, right?
Yeah.
Do we all like that line? Okay. I like that. You guys down? I know Sick probably doesn't want to do this, but I really like Gabby Williams' PRA.
I'm ready to go back. I'm ready to go back.
Okay. Are you down with that, NZ?
I didn't even look at that. Hold on. You probably read off the numbers before too, and I'm sitting here looking for them.
It hits a lot. The 2 times Sook bet it missed.
Those are the only 2 misses the entire season as well.
And she played well against Dallas last game too. Yeah, I'm down.
And just like you're saying, like they're not letting, like usually they don't give you the 6. On my book, they're letting me go with Gabby to 6 in that same game too.
Threes?
Which is weird. Yeah. I've never seen that.
I have her to 5 plus 1400. I noticed
Gabby?
that. Yeah, and I thought that was strange, to be honest with you.
Wow. But you guys are going for the PRA for the parlay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then Sook, you want to go down with the ship on Boston? I'm a little scared, I'm not going to lie. But if you're confident, then we can roll with it.
No, we can leave it too. NZ, how do you feel?
I'm on the fence. No, let's do the 15 plus. I mean, it's minus 102. What's our line for? Is our line 13 and a half or something?
We could take 13 and a half for
At our line
45. Yeah, that's our line.
So I'm only getting 15.
Then let's figure it out.
I'll just take the 15.
You sure?
Dude, I don't want you to get hooked.
Yeah. Boston scares Austin too. Let's leave it out. Okay. I already have it played straight.
Bet it straight. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
I already have it played straight.
If you guys like it, if you want to roll with it, bet it straight so you can catch and feel good about it. We can either take the Mystics to cover. I think we all liked the Kiki play. We could also roll with Citron. Any of those routes. I don't want to take anything else on the PR, right? I think. For Kiki.
For Kiki?
Yeah, I like her PR.
And these guys did not play each other yet.
They have.
They did just play. I'm sorry. Yes.
She crushed her PR in that game.
Yeah, she had 24. What do you think, Sook? She missed against the Liberty, which is a tough team too. So it's not like she had a stroll in the park, and she only just missed by 2.
I think you roll with it.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, so Kiki over 20 or 20 over 20 and a half PR, and that is So those 3 legs is plus 535. So the Mercury to cover 12.5, Gabby Williams PRA, and then Kiki Iriafen for over 20 or 21 plus PR.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to add another leg to make it almost plus 1,000, or leave it as a 3-legger? We could also do what Austin just said and just add. We could add Fee's points.
At whose point? Sorry.
Keisha Collier.
Yeah, or her boards.
Yeah, I could get behind that definitely. Because the only other thought that I was having in my head is who's not like super juiced for just 2 threes, get in, get out. But there's really not anybody. Citrone is really shaky. She should hit her 2 threes. I have her in a parlay, but she's gone like 0 for 4 certain games. So there's not really a great consistency there. I mean, if we wanted some plus money to really shoot this bad boy up, we could take McBride for 3 threes.
I kind of like just rolling with Collier, to be honest, or Satu.
Either one. Carrington.
Oh,
it's low, 12.5. It's a little juiced. It won't bump it up that much, but
if I had to choose, I would take Fee. If my vote would be for Collier, just because she's the GOAT. Yeah, or the PR. I mean, down for either. But I can be outvoted. There's 3 of us up here.
I'm down
for. Yeah, let's do the points.
Okay. I mean, I'm down to go down with the ship if Nafisha Collier doesn't hit her points. Like
22.5.
Yeah, 22.5. Let me just find it here. Where is it at here? Yeah, 22.5. Oops.
Which she has covered in 5 out of her 6 games this season.
Yeah, so we've got Collier 22.5 points, the Mercury plus 12.5, Kiki Iriafen 21 plus PR, and then Gabby Williams 22 plus PRA, and that is plus 1107.
For those 4 legs?
Yeah, for those 4.
It feels so weird taking one person's points, but to take the
other team's spread.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, chats. I like Satu. I know you guys, know that, but I mean, so I'm down to if you want to flip it to Satu instead. But I don't. I can see the Mercury covering and if you should still scoring.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It does feel a little strange, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all. It's like I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, that's a double negative.
I like both, Keyshawn. I took the points, but I don't think there's a wrong way you can take her. PR is nice too if you want to go that route for Satu. Yeah. The old dueling parlays. Yeah.
All right, let's lock it in.
Are we happy with this, guys?
Yeah,
I am. Yeah.
Let's leave it. So read it off one more time for you guys, chat. If you want to rock and roll with us, this will be the W4. We'll post it on the timeline. Just as a reminder, though, the Fever game does start here in the next 45 minutes. So lock it in with us now. It will get posted, but you may not have enough time on the timeline. So Mercury plus 12.5, Gabby Williams 21 or 22 plus PRA, Kiki Iriafen over 21 or over 20.5 PR, and then Nafisha Collier over 22.5 points plus 1107. Bing, bong, bang. Okay. That feels nice. It feels really nice.
Very nice.
It's doable.
Very doable.
We're due for a fucking show hit.
We sure are. Well, we hit one Saturday, so let's. It's been a couple days.
So I meant a W specific. We're so due for one.
Oh yeah,
his season just started.
Okay,
6 games in, so I've been hooked twice. I refuse to give up. Don't make me put the 3rd finger up now. I don't know if he caught that or not.
I caught it.
He did.
He's out of the playoffs. And his dad's going to be the coach. He's on the downward spiral now, boys.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm going to make this one just scroll at the bottom for you guys. So there's the W4 if you want to roll it, scrolling at the bottom for the last little bit of the show while we cook this lotto.
Let these fellas in here. Jesus Christ.
He should have been on the show with us today, but he didn't have power. So no, he really didn't have power. He had a power outage in his neighborhood. So we miss you.
Sure. I bet.
Inzi especially. Okay. Part for the lotto.
Mm.
So you already said you were kind of cooking in your brain. What are you kind of saying?
Yeah, what did you have?
The Mystics, the double from NECA, and then now I forget the other one. I think it was Sabali threes, Sato threes.
Okay. You like the Mystics to win outright?
No, not the Mystics. Sorry, why am I blanking?
The Mercury.
You meant to say the
The
Mercury.
Mercury. It's a lot of leg.
Yeah,
That's a
super.
big lotto leg. I feel good about going down with the Enrique threes chip for the value.
Okay, let's start there then.
Yeah, I could do that. The 5, right?
Start there.
We might as well take the 5.
Yeah.
Get weird.
No, definitely. That's mispriced. That's different than the Mercury game. Like the Mercury game, Lynx have 2 of their best players back in versus the last game. The 12 points seems like a lot. The win is a stretch, I think. I don't know. Hopefully I hope – actually, I don't give a shit if I'm right or wrong anyways because neither one of them affect Liberty. But I would like to see the Mercury cover. Rowdy, what's up, dude?
What up, Rowdy? How's it going, brother?
That was some cool shit with Trent and all that merch, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Vibes, baby. Gabby for 3 threes is plus 195 from Asiatic. It's not bad. I think we do something with Nyeka.
Yes. They were horrible. That's why they ended up with the number 1 pick 2 years back to back. They ended up with Boston and then Clark the next year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to do I like the Nyeka play.
The double
with the double, right?
It's plus 125. Feels weird having a plus 125 leg next to a plus 600 leg, but
what about Ezzy double?
Her points is always so scary, but I don't hate it.
Honestly, I gotta.
We could do just the 10 boards
for Nyeka.
For Ezzy.
So
if you do Ezzy 10 boards
plus, why is Nyeka's 10 rebounds plus 180, but the double plus 125? She ain't getting 10 assists.
No.
Why? What that value makes no sense.
What's Diggins double?
340.
Yeah, 340.
She had
Seriously
one yet?
though, why is what? Yeah, she's had a couple, not in like 3 or 4 games though. Why is Nyeka's 10 rebounds plus 180 and her doubles plus 125? I really don't understand that. Do you guys know why that is? What is that?
No,
not a clue.
It makes no sense. I think we can guarantee one of these ladies is getting 10 rebounds. Maybe both of them. Who do we take though? Suki liked Ezzy a little better.
But that's the star player. I don't know. Lead us, Enzi. Where are we going?
Where do you think?
Who's getting 10?
Or do we want to jump off this and go to something else?
Kind of torn between a few things.
Well, we didn't take Satu in the last.
I was just thinking that actually.
Something with Sabali.
I was thinking that maybe 25.
It's plus 175.
She's hooked us each time too that we've taken it. I think she got 24 both times that we took it. I don't know why, but Kayla McBride 4 threes is sticking out to me. Plus 310.
You just love betting her, don't you? She just
to an extent, yeah. She's good. I don't know what else to say. She's a good role player. She's she doesn't have to be the top gun, but she contributes.
So many options. Chat is really going back to the Nyeka rebounding play. I feel like we might have to go there.
Let's go there.
All right, I'm down
for 10.
Yeah,
for the value. I mean, she had 18 against this team last time.
The value is the only thing that was really making me question it. It wasn't like her or anything. You know what I mean? It's like
we could take 11 for plus 300. It's only one more.
No, I can't. I got to go to 12.
I got to go to 13.
Plus 460 though.
Plus
500. Plus 500 for 12 for me.
Guys, we're all in different books if you couldn't tell.
We're all in different areas, as you can see. Let's just take the 10.
Let's take the 10.
Let's just take the 10. I like the 11, but let's take the 10. All right.
We got to take something from this first game.
The Mystics and the Fever?
Yeah.
You want to do like Citrone's rebounds was something that was interesting. She had 7 boards against this team when they played. It was kind of an outlier, but her 5 is plus 175.
Her 6 is plus 375.
Yeah, it is. Kiki's double-double is plus 132. I like that as well.
Saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, damn. Citrone's boards aren't a bad look.
I kind of like that. She didn't actually have a good scoring game against the Fever last time, but that's not to say that she can't score. She could, 15 plus is plus 130 as well.
Oh, she put in her 13 points is pretty much the par for her. If she's above 15, then she had a really good game, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, mine's 13 and a half.
I just kind of like something with her, which is why I took her 2 threes in my boosted lay today that I think I posted. I don't know if I did or if I didn't, but I will if I didn't. Is that she doesn't have Clark guarding her, and that's a big thing. I'm surprised that she doesn't pass the ball more. It's surprising to me.
We could.
Ooh, what about Sykes rebounds? She had 9 against them last game.
7 plus is plus 250. I don't have any read on Sykes. You know her a little better than I do.
That's all UNZ.
Just look at that 9 spot, and she hasn't had 9 in anything near there. That's why it's like I'm trying to think of what really stood out, considering she had to go up against Bonner and Howard and Boston.
Well, she's a guard, so but
no, I mean to grab 9 boards,
grab rebounds, right?
Yeah,
2 offensive rebounds in that game, 7 defensive. Did Clark play in this game? No. Or did she?
I think that might have been it. Is that the Fever were just chucking so many bricks in the end.
She also had 4 assists. The other thing we could do is roll with Sook and roll with Boston and take her for 18. It's plus 200. I mean, if she's on it. I didn't hate it. It's just the numbers don't like really sing to it. But like, if she's on, she can
20. Yeah, she can. I gotta take 20 though. Let's see.
This season when she's hit her points, she's had 19, 24, 27, and 17. When she's missed, she's had 10 and 4.
She plays her best basketball at home too.
Like Sook was saying, yeah. Let's do it. It's a lotto. Who cares? And I think if this game she's their best technical offensive player, I would say, besides maybe Kelsey Mitchell. But like she's going to have her chances, which is what you're looking for,
All right, I gotta take her for 20. It's plus 390.
Yeah, I'm down to roll with the 20. So do you have 20 for Boston?
Yeah, I gotta go 22. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, just those 3 legs of Arike 5 threes, Nyeka 10 boards, and Boston for 20 points is plus 72.10.
I'm getting somewhere around the same thing. Do we leave it
that
there?
Works. I don't think we need. We could tap it off with Satu for 25.
Already? Already?
No, he's saying he's going to wake in cash for tomorrow.
That's what I'm trying to say, though. That's for tonight. That's what I'm saying. He's got the play already. The sun's still out.
he's ready to get you the money for tomorrow. Yeah, he's dialed in. He gave me the one yesterday on Talk Your Talk at like noon, and it was for this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, I can actually play this shit too.
Oh yeah, it was air. They won 11-3, and it was plus 100. It was like plus 110. It was easy.
All right. Looking for that'll be my.
And it's great because you just set it, you just bet it, and you forget about it, and you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, nice. Or you go, oh, I didn't even think about it.
I'm making a reminder to make sure that I place it later.
We don't have to do this, but just to throw this out there, if we do Satu for 25 in this, it's plus 20,000.
We have 3 legs so far?
Yeah, we had 3 legs. I just added so I'll just read it off. Arike for 5 threes, Nyeka for 10 boards, Boston for 20 points, and then Satu for 25, and that's plus 22,000 or plus 20,000 approximately.
All the best
I hate
animals have
I hate to
forwards.
double dip, but I would fucking say we should just take Collier for 25 at plus money too. Because it's only
Oh,
3
we're
points
getting-
off the line. But
Then
then
we're
we're
getting
double
gr-
dipping.
And we're getting greedy too.
We're double dipping, exactly.
Because if we had Collier for 25 as well, that's almost plus 40,000. So
No, I don't mean both. I meant one over the other.
oh well, let's
Yeah.
let's take Satu in this, and then let's take Collier in the other one, and
Okay,
rock and roll. You guys good with that?
I am.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
am.
I'm good with it.
For
She owes
25.
us.
25.
She's come up with 24 on us twice
She
when we
had,
took 25, so she owes us one.
and she had 26 against this team last time. So why not again? Are we happy then? We're leaving it.
Happy
Yeah, I
Pappy.
just booked it.
Sweet. Chat, if you guys want to feel frisky and add Collier in there too for more value, you guys, you know the deal. You're pressing the buttons. You do how you want to. I mean, plus 20,000 for those 4 legs are all very doable things. Enrique
Oh, yeah.
could be the sweatiest of the sweats, though. And we'll know
Or
pretty
she
early
could-
on if
or
she
she'll
ain't
be
going to be
air.
hitting. Or she'll be air, indeed. If she hits her first 2 threes, we're going to be sweating. So, cool. All right, I locked it in. Chat, all right, I'll read off everything we've talked about. I was worried we weren't going to talk about the full hour. I just need to stop worrying about that. I don't think we've had a non-hour show since NOM. So the W4, scrolling at the bottom of the screen, the Mercury, plus 12.5, Gabby Williams, over 21.5 PRA, Kiki Iriafen, 21 plus PR, and then Nafisha Collier, over 22.5 points, plus 1107. If you want to write it out. Bet them all straight, though, as we all talked about each individual play as well. You can bet them all individually for a nice value, too. And then the lotto, if you would like to sprinkle on that for a cup of coffee or, a little beer money or a little gumball, however you want to do it. Aaliyah Boston for 20 points, Satu Sabali for 25 points, Arike Agumbawale for 5 3-pointers, and then Nyeka Agumike for 10 rebounds. That is plus 20,000 and is a tasty-looking ticket to stare at, I'm not going to lie.
Mhm.
Why is the Bluebird's not working again? What the fuck?
The Bluebird. Got to get a new Bluebird.
Well, the X, whatever you want to call this piece of shit. Elon, do your job, you loser.
It's hard to do your job when you're on that much ketamine.
It's just, I
Facts.
feel like there's been like every other day, there's been something wrong with the goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Sauce Man. Chat, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us today. Hope you guys enjoyed the half hour before us talking baseball with Mr. Marcio. And hope you guys enjoyed the last hour with us talking about the dub. If you never bet the WNBA, get involved. It's fun. And especially for people that are NBA fans with the NBA winding down. It's going to be a fun summer betting basketball. We will be back with you guys tomorrow for a double dip. Actually, we've got a triple dip tomorrow. So we've got, yes, we are Asiatic. Love the vibes. We've got Talk Your Talk in the morning with me and producer Suk, bringing your plays and dropping it all up in the vibes for tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern. Then we've got Puckett with myself and Gretzky Beskies at 4:30 Eastern to talk about Game 1 in the NHL Finals, which Pucks drops tomorrow between the Oilers and the Panthers. So we got a Puckett on a Wednesday, a Hump Day Puckett, and then to tap us off, we got Up Your Units talking about everything else on the slate in the baseball and so much more tomorrow for Hump Day. So big vibes. Anything else, boys?
No, that was
No.
fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Talking the dub, baby. We love to see it.
In case
Chat,
anybody's
thanks for-
wondering, the
Mhm.
Mercury are 18-1 right now to win it all. Just saying.
Can I twist your arm even further?
Probably. It's very
If the
bendable
Mercury-
these days.
Yeah, I know. All right now. If the Mercury win the championship, Satu Sabali is going to win the MVP. So
Of the
that might
league?
be worth it.
Or the
Sure.
finals.
Both.
Both.
I could see the finals. League is hard to tell so far. I mean, the two top people just got hurt, so who the hell knows? You know,
Well, and I mean, dude, the Liberty are so good right now.
I mean, Collier's
It's-
back,
Yep.
but you know what I mean. They
Collier,
both
yeah.
experience. Her and Clark experiencing early injuries was definitely a little bit of a shockwave. I don't think we all saw it coming, but
Mhm.
that's why we play the game.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Chat, thanks for being here. Like I said, go follow all of us on socials. Go follow all of us all together at Your Betting News as well. Go get involved with all of our content on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X. Go follow us over there to get the noties for what we got going on the rest of the week and beyond. Go check out bettingnews.com as well for all the sports betting info you need for free every single day. Scribbulers for all you guys. And thanks to our sponsors at BetOnline. Talk Your Talk will be tomorrow. Indeed. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It'll be tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern. You'll see the tweet later tonight or / in the morning. So be sure to come tomorrow and talk yo talk. Lads, been a pleasure. Chat, been an even bigger pleasure because, these guys are fun. But you guys are the best. That's why we come and hang out for the most part. You guys came for the winners and you stay for the vibes. Have a great Tuesday night. Enjoy, and we will see you tomorrow. Take it easy, chat. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here.
Rolling.
What you gonna do?
Rolling.
What you gonna do, man?
Down in the rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about